Hello, it is Lesley Perreault with Wichita Area Real Estate Experts and eXp Realty, and I wanted to give you 10 tips to get top dollar when you sell your home. All of these tips that I've put together for you today are all going to be very inexpensive. They're really going to be more of just a routine maintenance that you need to do in order for it to look like you've taken good care of your house while you've been living there. And we are going to start outside and then we'll work our way in. So the first thing, is going to be that curb appeal as people are coming up to your house. And I'm not saying go and re-landscape and anything like that. I'm just saying make sure your yard is well kept, so it's mowed. There's not leaves and stuff and sticks everywhere all over the yard. And definitely get into those flower beds and weed and put down some fresh mulch just so that it has that good, clean curb appeal as the new buyers are pulling up. The next thing, the longest place that any buyer stands at a house while they're looking at it is the front door. They're waiting for us to get the keys to work and get them inside. So they're standing there on your front porch. So you're going to want to make sure that that's clean, and you're going to want to make sure that your front door looks great. So if that's throwing on an extra coat of paint or maybe oiling it or something like that, that's going to be tip number 2. Tip number 3, you want to make sure that that front door is opening and closing easily and locking easily so that we're not sitting there fumbling around and kind of giving that first bad impression of what's wrong with things at this house. The fourth thing is making sure that all of your light bulbs are working. So I don't know how many times we go into houses and they'll have 3 light bulbs and a light and one of them works or 2 of them work. So just go through and make sure that all of the light bulbs and all of your light fixtures are working. That way the inspector and the buyer are not going to question whether there's an issue with the light fixture. And also, I think it helps so much just with the overall feel of the house if all of the light bulbs are the same wattage and they are the same color. So that is something that we always advise all of our sellers to do. The next thing, item number 5, is going through your house and making sure that all of the plugins and all of your switch plates have actual covers on them, because there's a lot of times that we're going to go through and we will see boxes that don't have covers on them or vents that aren't in place and they just need to be reinstalled. So make sure that those are all put back on. Just again, looks like you're taking good care of your house. One of the other tips that we like to give, tip number 6, is removing any of those old dated curtains. So leave the rod up there. I'm not saying like make holes in the wall or anything like that, but if they're just a heavy curtain or tapestry or anything like that, that's really not what buyers are looking for at this point. So just take those curtains down. It's instantly going to brighten the room and make the room look more updated because you're not dating it with those old curtains. Number 7, updating kitchen cabinet hardware. So this could be if you don't have any hardware and you want to put some on that are a little more modern looking and it kind of dresses it up. I refer to it as cabinet jewelry. But also we've been out to plenty of houses like built in the 80s and they've got that antique gold and they have that little ceramic circle piece in the middle and it just makes them look 1980s. So, you can go on to Amazon or eBay or someplace inexpensive that way and purchase knobs for your cabinet for $1 or $2 a piece and just get something that's black or get something that's, more neutral. Don't go super trendy if the rest of your house isn't super trendy. So just get something that's kind of neutral, but it looks updated compared to the 1983 knobs that you're taking off. The next step is going to be number 8, decluttering your house. So this is just making sure that you have a home for everything and that you just don't have piles of papers and things like that sitting around, especially if they're papers that you don't want anybody to see with account numbers or things like that. But just go through and make sure that you've got a home for everything. Get as much stuff off of the counters in the bathroom and the kitchen as possible because it looks bigger when they're empty. So number 9 is thinning out your closet. So go in and box up. If it's, we're almost summer now, so you're not going to need winter coats and you're not going to need heavy sweaters and things like that. So go ahead and get those boxed up. And whether you're putting them in a garage or whether you're putting them in a storage unit right now, you're already that much closer to being packed and moved once your home sells. But it's just going to open up the space in those cabinets and in those closets to make them appear bigger. Because if you've got stuff so packed in, all it's going to do when those buyers open that door is they're going to think, I don't know that my stuff is going to fit here. So thinning out those linen closets and your actual clothing closets are very important. And then the number 10, which I think almost is the most important one out of the list, so I saved the best for last, is give your house a good deep clean. You know, you're going to want to wipe down the baseboards. You're going to want to wipe off the furry ceiling fans and things like that. We see it all the time. The vents that are on the walls. You're just going to want to kind of walk through with an objective eye and be like, if I were looking at this house, would this meet my expectations? So if it doesn't, clean it. If you need somebody to come and clean it for you and you're in the Wichita area, let us know. We're happy to give some recommendations for people that can swap out light fixtures or help clean or help paint or changing those cabinet knobs. Anything that you need, we're here to help you guys. So I hope these 10 tips bring you top dollar, and I hope that you're having a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.